Brian, what are you guys doing down in Baytown to measure resident feedback?
Uh, so one thing that we actually recently implemented within the last, it was in the works prior to COVID, but was actually pushed out during COVID is what we call Baytown Engage. And so we're currently utilizing the Bang the Table platform to allow our residents to really engage in a variety of topics in a more meaningful way, in addition, to social media that has this place, but to really put a name and face to the staff that are involved in a particular project. What also this platform has allowed us to do is to have transition to have allowing virtual public hearings. Specifically, we have a $30 million road expansion project on our primary commercial corridor off of I-10, and to understand the concerns that our residents and business owners, and to also allow them to see how that project's going to be phased from conception to design to construction, and then the final closeout. Is really a great tool for us. We've also started to use QR codes, which are important for some of our parks and recreation events. We have a wonderful nature center. So to be able to relay information via the QR codes, to be able to place those not only digitally and online, but also to partner with some of our local businesses. We also, like I mentioned earlier, we have our community scorecard that we partner with ClearPoint. And one thing that we're looking forward to implementing and partnering with some of our sister communities in Harris County is putting together a consortium of called the Gulf Coast benchmarking initiatives to measure and analyze some of the best practices of communities in our area are moving forward with, and how can we either implement those here or understand, what are some of the differences and challenges as to why we might not be making those certain standards, or some of the ways. And I think I believe our public affairs uses Meltwater to measure engagement, with our citizens. And we have two simultaneous projects. So we're going through complete website overhaul, making sure that that's ADA compliant. And so I think that was through Civic Plus, and then also utilizing Tyler Technologies to improve our permitting process, to make sure that's 100% digital for our developers, the businesses, as well as our citizens who want to put in a new driveway.
Yeah. Well, that's really interesting. Baytown is really using a lot of different technology platforms. I mean, all of you have talked about the use of technology for getting that real-time virtual kind of response and that input. The online permitting, of course, is such a great thing. I have particularly picked up on what most communities are going to be needing to do, and that is to kind of think of solutions that are collaborative and beyond your municipal boundaries. Is there any organized way that you are garnering input regionally, Brian, to get the values from the region on any particular areas of service level change?
So what we have in Texas is called an ETJ. And so it's not, it extends outside our city limits. And so we already have those residents involved in our planning and zoning. So when new development, whether it's commercial or residential, are interested in locating in our area, they're already involved in that conversation, as well as our relationships with Harris County as well as what we really rely on when it comes to building those relationships and partnerships on a more regional basis. And then the Gulf Coast benchmarking initiative, with our other communities in Harris County, trying to make sure that we're regionally focused on implementing the changes and wants and desires of our citizens.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, best of luck on going through that process. That's a very important approach and an important thing for communities to be thinking about doing. So, thanks.